spoon sitting on the table.
Just gotta be calm and relaxed, buddy. Just breathe in.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Breathe out. Wow.
Give it back!
That's not allowed on YouTube.
Well, technically, it's only not allowed if it's not consensual. And he clearly consented, but I didn't consent.
We
Okay.
talked about this.
So, we are doing a Grand Prix today.
Round 1. Fight.
We're doing 3 sets of 3, and then the winners face off against each other. So we don't need to spend 2 hours on each set, as our usual might be. We will try to zip through these. These pours are a little lighter than I normally make them, so
Punk.
we can hopefully not have to get wasted by 8 o'clock.
My friendship's feeling a little
Well-
lighter in the pants, too.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
All right. So this is set number 1, left to right.
Right.
Let's go.
Brown sugar and vanilla.
Allspice, maybe.
An odd wood note. A little soapy.
Like, it's also got kind of like a cream frosting kind of smell. It's almost like kind of like you mixed Knob Creek and Maker's Mark.
God, what is that? Like a whiff of coconut? I don't know, this is weird to me.
It's got mostly the brown sugar and vanilla frosting.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy with my taps. Yeah, something else, but what if it spreads its legs and reveals itself?
Here we go. Alright, let's start sipping. I think it tastes better than it smells to me.
Yeah, it's like pretty sweet to me, and then like 3 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds after the initial flavor kicks in, and I just get like basically overwhelmed by like the brown sugar.
Yeah, you're right about there being brown sugar. I didn't really smell it, but I can taste it.
It's like a hint of dark fruit,
A little bit of
mixed
honey.
with wood char, and then on the finish I get a little peppermint.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting a grassy note.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got the woody.
Doesn't seem that high proof. I
Okay.
guess it's 45, 50, 45 probably.
Like a brown sugar, like icing, maybe like green tea mixed with peppermint.
Okay.
Sounds alright.
I'm not left with a strong impression on that.
If I say it's too weak, you know something's up. Okay.
You think it's weak too?
Just yeah. I mean, it's not like bad. I mean, I wouldn't mind drinking it, of course, but yeah, I mean, from all the punch of others I've had, I can tell it's
It's
lacking a punch to it.
It's smooth. It's very drinkable, but right now it's not jumping out at me in any specific theme. I don't know. So let's move on to B.
Buttery, honey,
Very confectionery.
powdered sugar, or some kind of sweetness.
Yeah, powdered sugar is a good one. Now I gotta do something.
team
When your
venture.
hands connect, I gotta have something happen.
Yeah.
Sparkles come out of your hands or something.
Flower, roses.
Alright, sip.
There's like a mintiness that wasn't on the nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tastes different than the nose was, but definitely a
I
lot
was
of
not expecting that.
It's very sweet, but not quite as confectionery as the smell.
There's definitely got a lot of leather, I think. I don't think it's tobacco. It's like you get honey up front a little bit, but it's got like a mintiness to it, and
Mint and leather.
yeah, I like the nose better than the palate, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say taste-wise, it's definitely better than the first one so far.
It's definitely stronger.
Got
Probably
more.
Probably at least
alcohol.
5 more proof, if not 10.
Yeah.
A little bit of a little bit of an alcohol burn on the back end. Sweet and like honeycomb, even like something like it's like something that you grilled for a while, like whatever, like mint or something like that, and then like gives it a little bit more of that char character. Yeah, I definitely just got some leafy notes just now swallowing that one. So this one's definitely so far to me more interesting than the first one, but we'll see on the second round.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of mint. It's just like kind of a, yeah, well, I guess some rye shown through, kind of yeah, I don't know, like a.
The longer the flavor lingers in your mouth, the sweetness fades away, and then the more like oakiness, I don't know, oakiness or like the leather and all that.
It's kind of like what you get from a rye mint wise. I think like it's not like straight up like sweet mint, but it's not like the eucalyptus either. It's like somewhere in between. It's kind of a cooling, but it also has a little minty flavor.
I must say there might be just a little bit of orange slice in there too. All right, moving on to 3.
Smells similar to the last. Maybe a little more muted.
Yeah.
This one's a
Not
little
as
like
sweet.
Yeah, I'd say maybe more like molasses than honey.
Yeah. I can dig it.
Maybe a little bit of bread or hint of sourdough
A little yeasty.
or yeast. Yeah.
Molasses,
Maybe that's the word I'm
honey.
looking
I think I do almost get like a little bit of a rye minty spice on it too.
sip away, boys. Ew.
Mintiness.
Cooling.
Yeah, this is like more eucalyptus, maybe honey molasses-y.
You're getting like slight like bitterness to it, like oak or char. Or...
I'm not.
No.
Yeah, touch.
Kind of a watery middle. It's sweet, and then makes me think there might be a fruit note going on, but I'm trying to identify it. It's quite subtle.
Let me touch of leather. It's similar to the last, but not as flavorful, not as sweet.
Yeah, a bit more watery.
It almost tastes better to me, but it's just like not as. The second glass is more pronounced and has more going on. This one's like simpler, not quite as flavorful, but tastes maybe a little more well-rounded. Sort of like if I wanted to analyze a glass, I'd do 2. If I want to just sit down and just drink something and not think about it, I'd maybe do 3. But they're kind of similar. If not ryes, they're very high in rye. Little leather, little. It's like honey, but it's a little darker, so maybe molasses. Yeah. But I don't know if I'd go so far as to say it was that dark.
Because this is expedited, I think we should just do at your own pace. Just go back through them and start ranking them. We'll just use the second passes. I'm just gonna start A-Bing some of these.
I'm gonna A-B you. I'm gonna go from anus to balls to cock.
It's not a very big world you're dealing with there, Cody. It seems like
we've only got 3 letters, pal. If we go to D, I can do dick.
Okay. Well, it's.
And then if we go to E, I can go to erect dick. The number 1's the one that stands out from all of them, I think, but none of them have made a super strong impression either way. Like, they're all really close.
Yeah, obviously, these are all united by some theme, and that's part of the struggle of what our channel has been doing, is that things stand out less when they're compared with things that are similar.
Yeah.
So, that acknowledged, just trying to see which of these is superior. I do like all of these. They're definitely ones I think that would be crowd pleasers. You could just grab off the shelf. Do you know your ranking, Rick?
I'm still thinking. It's tough. Hey, Cody, since you're not drinking your bourbon like a man, can I borrow some of your bourbons to?
Rick's out.
Jesus.
To
I'm trying to save
retest. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I think to me the winner is easy to pick out for me.
I'm still might as well not have even tasted any of them.
Back to square one.
Start the video.
They're all completely even.
Adrian, did you just pour these all from the same bottle? Is this a
I
trick?
did not.
I
will say that you will
put in the microwave.
Cody will be surprised at what one of these is. I will say that.
They're all so incredibly close that,
Sure.
they're honestly, it's a 3-way tie. Like, seriously.
Okay,
But
gun to your head.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 2 first because it was kind of the richest. It was similar to 3, but just more sweet, more rich. Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna have to go 1 over 3 because it's just maybe it's just because it's the more unique one. I feel like out of all of them, 3 had kind of like the flavors that I like the most, but it also seemed like the most muted, maybe. Not as much of a punch of flavor as the other 2. And 1 was just most unique nose that maybe I've smelled, but just kind of a darker, burnt brown sugary, not real burnt. It was pretty tasty. They were all really good.
All right, Ricky.
Oh, okay. I guess Adrian's the tiebreaker.
Okay, I can go. I'll go. You know what, Ricky? I'll go next. Exact same as Cody. Almost exact same thoughts down to each note and comma. 2, the higher. This seems like higher proof to me, which helped distinguish it. But it also gave it the more butteriness and a lot of sweetness. And there was a little bit of I think Rick and I noticed in the second go through, a little tropicality to it, which maybe would be orange or apricot, possibly. 1 did seem to be kind of the most unique. It had a similar amount of flavor as 3, but because it was unique, it was easier for my tongue to like deal with it and like identify it and distinguish it from the others. 3 was definitely similar to 2, but just a little bit of a step down. And it was probably a little like sweeter, a little less oily. This one had like a better, I think, mouthfeel too, the middle one, number 2. 3 is like good in all those respects. If 2 wasn't there, 3 would probably be.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like, if we didn't have 2 and we just did 1 versus 3, we might have different. I might have different.
Yeah.
I probably would have had different opinions. Maybe.
3 might beat 1 on a.
But
one-off,
they were so similar, except 2 just felt like a little higher proof, a little more flavors. So then,
you know what we call that, Ricky?
What's that?
Spoiler effect. So Ricky, I mean, there's no tie to break, but do whatever you're gonna do.
Well, I'm going to do 2, 3, 1 because 3 just tasted better to me, and 1 was definitely unique of the 2 of the 3, but 2 is just a bit sweeter and easier for me to drink, so that's why I ranked it higher.
Sounds good. Now, camera died. We're back. We already did. We'll
Adrian up.
I did.
It's a kangaroo court, dog and pony show bullshit over here.
It sucks being responsible for everything, you know, because at the end of the day, the buck stops here, and I f***ed up again by letting this happen.
It's almost like the easiest thing to keep track of. It's almost like if you were going to go on a road trip and you said, "Wait a second, I ran out of gas 2 minutes away from home."
This is a real story.
Who could do that?
This is a true story.
Yeah, doesn't charge your goddamn phone.
But see, the good news is I was so low on gas, Cody, that we ran out of gas, barely having left your house. All right, so we're plugged in right now. So just as a quick recap, Cody and I both picked 2-1-3, and Rick picked 2-3-1.
Yep,
we got that correct. I have collected. We're not revealing yet at this time what it is that we're drinking till later, but those are now aside, and I did mark them. So we'll jump to set 2 now.
Round 2. Fight!
Can you unpause the audio? Okay. Record button. Oh, it's already. Never mind. It's already going. I hit it again.
Wait, is it pause or not?
Yeah, it's good. Don't worry about it. All right. Set 2. Same theme of this Grand Prix. Nobody knows except me what it is we're doing.
It's pronounced PRIX.
Double blind, just blind for me. Okay. All right, starting on the left.
It smells like dirty tap water.
This is like fairly dark and kind of a little herbal.
Earthy, or
Yeah, earthy's fair.
It's like somebody put moonshine and a plum into dirty tap water.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that. But
We can use your filter water to clean these if you really want, Cody. I don't know. It kind of comes off to me.
That would be, you would like that,
Dang,
wouldn't you?
Hey, boy, we
Tap water into the glass to drink and then clean it out with filtered water, you piece of
There's a little pine note to it. Seems kind of higher proof, maybe.
Yeah.
A little leathery.
Leather, earth, and dark fruit or something. But, yeah, a decent bit of ethanol.
All right,
oh boy, here we go.
let's go.
Woo!
It's fairly complex.
Well, if you don't like burn, that's a bad
Uh-oh.
burn in the back.
If you're Ricky, no bueno.
Whew.
There's a lot of burn on it.
It's just like prunes and burn,
Yeah.
sort of. Not like,
Oh,
it's not bad at all. I just, like, I'm trying to figure out what else I'm tasting. I can't quite.
Yeah, picking out distinct notes is a little difficult, but it's
Oaky.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark fruity.
Yeah.
That's about all.
Kind of rich.
kind of easy on the palate at first, for like the first second, and then just like boom, like all that ethanol just kicks in, and
Yeah.
all the flavors kick in.
Yeah, the finish is a bit ethanol forward. This is the tiniest touch of like honey in the finish, but I think it's occupied largely by the
Yeah.
ethanol burn, really. It doesn't evolve too much past the mid palate.
I was getting maybe some dark chocolate on the very back palate.
I'd say a little bit of bread, like maybe toasted bread, like specifically probably like rye toast.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely higher proof than the previous.
Oh yeah,
Set. Yeah, in
like
general.
combined.
Maybe we'll persevere. You
Not
know?
me.
I have faith
What
in
I'm
our
telling you
strength.
is you've done another thing wrong tonight.
Well, I'm glad I have you here, Cody, to let me know whenever that happens.
Yeah.
All right, smell the second one.
This is
Whoa.
this is butterscotch pudding.
Yeah, butterscotch.
Like I've never smelled anything more butterscotch.
No,
Like-
you're not wrong.
Like you get like like the butterscotch is a good note on bourbon.
Yeah,
Wow.
But like this is legit like somebody reduced butterscotch pudding, like more butterscotch than butterscotch
That's
pudding.
crazy.
Like
With a little banana in there, maybe.
somebody dropped a butterscotch hard candy into the bourbon.
Yeah,
and
melted it.
It's not even. It's more than that. It's like I said.
No,
It's like
no.
I got some Northerners over there. If you want to go smell them and see if they smell this butterscotch.
Little,
Yeah,
little
hard
vanilla as well.
Thank you.
But yeah, butterscotch, like
I've
Damn.
never ever smelled it. Like it's literally like it's like a pudding if you reduced it even more, like you cooked it, and it was just like it was like super thick, like just whoa, butterscotch.
it's a good smelling kitchen after making some butterscotch, and with a little. I'll say there's a little banana and vanilla in there thrown in. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'd say
get that. The
same
back
realm.
end
Here's what it is. Are you ready?
okay, all right, what I gotta
It's the
cook up in the
animator's ready.
animation?
banana pudding,
It's a
butterscotch pudding.
it's not burnt, but it's a well done toast with a reduced
Okay.
butterscotch pudding that you smeared on top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and you put a couple little banana slices.
Okay.
Not a lot of banana, like maybe like 4 on the whole thing.
Can we throw in a couple
No.
marshmallows, miniature marshmallows? Well,
It's changing.
I think we're all
now.
like on the same page for the smell on this one. So
It's
let's
changing now, though.
I think you're right. It doesn't taste too much like the way it smells.
Mm-mm.
brown sugar.
Let's get the corn.
Yeah,
Maybe.
corn for sure. Corn syrup.
I like sweet corn. Yeah, there is still that butterscotch.
Yeah,
But
it's like a
It's it's like when you get a good butterscotch, it's in something like dark and like complex and like ooh,
Mhm.
it's like a caramely butterscotch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's like a sweet corn like liquid, but then somebody dropped a butterscotch in it.
yeah, and I was
It's
gonna,
like it's not as deep and as like ooh, it's this creamy butterscotch. It's not really that. It's like it's corn and like with butterscotch in the more in the like finish.
no.
I don't taste it up front, but
I get a little caramel as well since you brought up caramel.
But it's like it's almost like
getting, like-
vegetal or something, and then it goes to butterscotch. It's like 3 phases. It's like corn, something else, butterscotch.
Mhm.
Distinctly for me.
Yeah, this seems like rich, buttery. Definitely, God, yeah, there's definitely caramel. Like seriously, your homemade caramels. I almost taste a little bit of those.
There's a couple
Oh
left
yeah,
up there.
Christmas time caramels.
This one's like, so these are all the same theme. Out of the first 5 we've now had, I would say this one's actually the most unique. But
It is what it is, man.
Number
Let's
3.
go.
Ooh, that's perfumey and
What the hell is that?
Hibiscus?
Maybe. God, what is that smell?
Yeah.
it's really perfumey.
What is that? It's like pixie sticks or something, or like
Pixies. Yeah, they put
Notes
pixie
of
sticks.
pixie. I'll just put that in the flavor descriptor at the end. Notes of pixie sticks.
Yeah,
Period.
that's definitely
Letter
what they
grade.
use, Cody. I promise you. The guy, whoever made this bourbon's like, what? What?
I mean, there's a lot of. I'm getting a lot of like kind of like sugar, crystallized sugar.
what have you done?
I was trolling it, and then some of it splashed onto my hand.
Uh-oh.
So
It's like
like
almost like a
Pop
hand
Rocks.
sanitizer.
Smells like Pop Rocks.
Pop Rocks?
Maybe.
No.
Did you guys ever have? There were these candies that were dinosaur eggs, and then in the middle they had like a geode. They had like little green crystals inside. That's kind of like more that than Pop Rocks for me, but
It's like some kind of like artificial weird sweetness. Like chaps, like a flavored chapstick.
this has more
kind of,
bourbon notes to me than.
yeah.
Oh, whoa! And then
Not as strong, I don't think, as the other two.
there's a rye hit on the end though.
Yeah, I get the rye.
Like a very leafy rye, not minty.
It's like corn syrup if you powdered up some Flintstones vitamins into it.
I can only do so much in the editing room, and you're just making it so
Flintstones
difficult.
vitamins.
Right? Right?
We're your
What'd you say?
Flintstones, kids.
Powdered up Flintstones vitamins.
A million
into corn liquid.
strong and growing.
We're Flintstones, kids. This one's.
There's a little bit of burnt toast again, but it's not rye-like.
I'll stand by.
Hmm.
The initial taste is of a corn. Like I said, Flintstones, like a minerally,
Yeah, you're not wrong
like
on that too.
powdery,
I meant to comment
sugary,
on
kind
that.
of like fake sugary, like ground up powdery
Minerality,
sugary.
yeah.
But I also do, like you said, get like a slight bit of the like rye, like more like a tea kind of rye, like a leafy,
Mm-hmm.
just a little bit on the aftertaste, and that's pretty much the journey. Though I will say, I feel like the mouthfeel on this one's the best out of all of them. It's really buttery, or like thick. It's good, but it is definitely less flavorful. It has to be a lower proof than the other two, I would say.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
I agree with everything you say, Cody. 100%.
Ricky's 6 whiskeys
ABM,
in.
ABM.
We got Reach Reynolds
Does
coming out.
Does anybody remember the 90s Allen Business Machines commercials?
No, what is that?
I got it queued up for later.
Thank God we have it queued up.
Yeah.
All right, start ABing them and let's figure out our rankings.
I'm gonna start CDing them.
Hey! CD's nuts, Cody?
It's got a.
Gosh, wow, go back and smell too. It still smells like it smells even more like butterscotch now. It's like going through that damn hallway that I always talk about in every single video in that frickin' mall. The apple orchard part.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Give me
God
the
damn,
withers.
yeah.
It's like I'm... That's crazy.
We got butterscotch. We got we've got apple orchard, the mall,
An
stuff
ABM.
that no, but none of the reviewers will know what we're talking about. Man, this is high ranking for me just on the scent alone.
Which one?
The number 2.
Yeah. The scent on 2 is,
I could just
incredible if you like butterscotch.
I want to hook up like a backpack full of this bourbon and like with tubes going up to my nose just all day, just so I could smell this all day. This is like the best smelling bourbon I've ever smelled.
That is,
Yeah, it does surprisingly still smell distinctly of butterscotch.
I'm so
I wish
curious to learn what that
the
is.
flavor was more butterscotchy. Like I wish the flavor matched the scent so much. It's like they just took a bunch of Werther's and just melted them down and poured them into
But
a...
I'm telling you, it's more like the pudding.
Mm-hmm.
The
No,
pudding?
you're
Yeah.
because it's like
No.
soft with a little extra sugar and like.
No.
Is that like thick pudding? It's that.
kidding,
It's that like. It's not
Okay.
the. It's not like the. It was
Sam's
like
Club? Or,
no. There's like prior to those two. That's a smaller place. It's right by where I work. It's by like Jefferson Point.
Lean in a little this way.
like,
Gordon's, Sam's, and Costco. All of them.
mm,
And just like explore. They buy hot dogs from Gordon's and a couple other things. They buy cheese from Sam's and then everything else from Costco
Ugh.
because Costco's is the
ugh.
best.
I drink that. I drank that before I was ready, Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait for you to go back and look at me. I'm gonna be like, Adrian, look at me. I'm like, it's like stuck in my throat. I'm like,
I don't know the I said the first time at all. Like at all. I really.
It's okay.
I remembered it like 30 seconds ago when I said how I remembered 1 and 3.
It's okay.
I don't remember the flavors of the other.
Do you know which one you like the most?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know which one you like the least?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then you're good. You're good to
Okay.
go.
Go ahead, Aaron.
2, 3, 1. And 3 and 1 was a toss-up for me. 3 was a little sweeter, had a little bit more roundness to it. 1 was like, 1 to me tastes so like straight up rye, leafy rye, and it's like, it's spicy, it's peppery.
If you like rye.
I know, but I think sweet ryes I like more. So
I'm
gonna go with
empty,
2.
buddy. I'm
2
sorry.
2 is the butterscotch
Water.
one. 2 to me is an easy. It's not. I don't have to think that hard. 2 to me is the winner. Who's next?
I'll go next.
Rick?
2, 3, 1.
2 same?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going 2, 1, 3. This one though, I don't have the same feeling as our prior set. These none of these, to be honest, to me, like this stood out from like, oh my god, it's butterscotch. That's so crazy. But like from tasting them, none of them really stood out. Like so, like 3. Why I chose that one last because it was like the least flavorful. It's hard to get anything out of.
It's similar to the last set's 3, where it's like it's the most.
But more so because I felt like all of the last sets were similar in proof, but it just had less flavor. These, like the first 2, seem more proofy. And
3 seems lighter on proof, but I would say it's the same thing. Where like 2 seems like the standout. 3 in this situation, 3 doesn't taste like 2, but 3 is kind of watery, but it's sweet and it's like, it's fine. I would disagree that these are worse than the first
I
set.
need some food in me real
but I
bad.
do.
Rick, any thoughts you want to give?
No.
Rick's in La La Land at this
I'm
point.
in
So.
La La Land, dude.
Like for me, like it's like a gimmick almost. It's like, oh, like that one's the most interesting and honestly the best out of all of them. But like, how much would I actually want to like? I want to buy that. Like, no.
I would say that 2.
You wouldn't buy
for the
it.
most part, I would agree with Cody. 2,
I would buy it
2,
just to
2 doesn't taste
smell
as
the
good.
butterscotch all day, man.
Yeah,
That is
well, 2
very
2
cool.
smell. 2 might be the best smelling thing we've ever brought down here.
Yeah.
But it doesn't taste.
I
It
don't.
doesn't taste at that level.
I don't.
2 on top. 3.
You
1.
did.
Okay, so best on top.
Just let me know when to stop the audio so I can start this ABM commercial.
Round 3. Fight.
Okay, so set 3, and this is the last of the blinds, and then I get to tell you guys what we've been drinking,
And then we get to go through another 12.
and then we have
Finally,
at least one more set after this.
the light at the end of the tunnel.
The light at the end of the tunnel. Ricci. Okay. Without further ado, left to right, boys. Hey, left to right, boys. Here we go.
The dark,
Oh God! What did you do in my ear?
the dark colored.
I give you a rest.
You gave me a
This
razzleberry.
is the dark colored.
Yeah. So, what's noteworthy? Like, look at how look at seriously, hold yours up, Rick. Like one at a time. Like left to right, it's literally dark, middle, lightest.
vodka. I guess we
Okay!
can't. I guess we can't reveal these
Rein it
truths.
in!
We can't reveal these truths to the people.
Wow.
Rein it
Look
in!
at these facts, Ricky. We've come across something tonight. We better tell CNN right now.
This on the 87th anniversary of our country's founding.
Oh, Jesus.
We better. We better hear it.
That is something, Cody. Okay, without further nonsense, let's go left for right. Left.
Okay.
Everybody get your left glass and start smelling.
Nope.
Left.
No.
The other
No.
left.
No. There
You
you
monster.
go. Whew. That's like
That was like the first batch, last one that's like really burnt smelling, but
I was just. This actually reminded me for a second of
So
like
these are the best of the
gunpowder,
first two we
like
had.
fireworks.
no,
that's
that's our next batch.
Oh,
Yeah, these are different. We haven't had any of these.
It's not as burnt as that one, and yes, it is. I think it is dilly, Ricky.
thank you.
I think it's like a combination of dill and burnt. A little honey in there. Oh, it got a bit of a breadiness in there. Like
Clear vine nose.
Getting a little. So this is an odd note. I'm getting a little rum cake. I don't know if you guys have ever had
Rum
that.
cake. Nuts.
I'm getting bread.
And actually a little bit of cherry cola.
I don't get too much fruit myself, but being like bread, honey, and I could see the rum cake and
Dill.
a little bit. And it's a little more like dark, so it's like a
Yeah,
little
it's-
burnt, but not really, not like the first set.
It's like a little
You
tanniny
smell
as
any
well.
nut? Peanut.
Or this nut right
Ooh,
here.
good gravy.
I'm not getting any of that, but I'm not really
Okay.
smelling the dill either, so I don't know. Or my
Okay,
nose
I'm
is
done.
closed off or something. Sorry.
That's it. Adrian knows everything.
I'll be the first to admit I'm wrong all the time.
He
on
hates
this stuff.
everything, and we're all stupid.
Yeah.
This video's over.
I'm getting like sort of a root note of this, and I don't. Cody, you're better at these. Like you always notice those things.
A little bit, but it's not like the like. It's not like a strong like. I think of root. I think of more like strong, like a like horseradish. Like the real strong.
Well, here's our glitch for this
Slight
episode.
honey
The audio
sweetness.
wasn't going for 2 minutes there.
No.
Audio's back. I don't know how it got paused. Whatever.
Why are you like this?
I don't. You know, I think I've messed up all 3 of the segments so far. All of them. You know, it's 100 out of 100. Rick's too embarrassed to be in the video now. Everything's. Oh no! I've lost them both. It's just me talking to a couple of heads.
Ooh.
And actually, and by the way, since this is normally a note Cody makes, I'm gonna say there's a little anise going on here.
A bit spicy to me. To my mouth, anyway.
Yeah. Man, that's a hot ending. Jeez.
That was odd. It's kind of like almost like a
Dark fruit, dark chocolate. Oaky.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
oaky and ashy.
Almost. Yeah. Like almost
High ethanol.
You know what?
coal like.
You know what I almost got, and I just want to say it because it's interesting, but I'm sure I won't get it again ever. Like a sesame taste. Like, cause that would go along with the burnt kind of,
Yeah.
like a toasted sesame. It's like
Well,
almost like,
sesame is a very common profile they put in bourbons, Cody, so I'm
Mhm.
sure you're on to something.
Yeah. There's a lot of char in there.
I can't even tell what it even tastes like.
And what's weird is normally with like oaky charred
Mhm.
bourbons, whiskeys, whatever.
Oh.
Like it normally that's like backloaded. Like usually like the sweetness and stuff hits you first.
Yeah.
Then when that all drains out, you're left with the wood flavors. And like
Oh.
here it's like up front.
Oh, yeah. Up front, then it gets spicy on you.
Yeah.
And hot.
Tannin-esque. And I'm not sure what the tannins are though. Wine. It's like
Like sesame oil or something to me. Like it just, I don't know what, I don't taste any. Like it's hot, and it's overly oaked, and it's astringent, but it's not fruity, it's not
Yeah.
sweet. There's no vanilla. There's no cinnamon. There's no baking spices. It's just hot.
I get rye too in the middle.
I get a little bit of a breadiness. It's like somebody put a Sharpie on the grill. It's like a vegetable oil or canola oil or something. It's just like some kind of synthetic-y weird taste, like slightly bready, and just hot and overly oaked. That's about all. And it's probably high proof.
Yeah, that's gotta be a lot of. There's a bit of floweriness to it, a little almost yeastiness, which goes with the bread. So, okay, well,
it is the darkest, so
let's come back to that one.
Aged longer. I don't know. I feel like that's about the worst one I've had.
Oh gosh! Wow.
And so the first set had one that was fairly well renowned. The second set, I would say, had two that were a little more medium renowned.
Yeah.
This one also has one that's like pretty well known.
Okay.
I'm not sure which one it is, and we'll hopefully guess right.
Citrusy? It smells like orangey to me.
It smells like lemony.
Lemon? Yeah. Like that.
Second is it's way less of a like aromatic bomb than the first one.
Oh yeah, that smells like this. I think that's the only one I've ever gotten lemon off of. It smells like lemon cake. But that's like it. There isn't anything else I think I really smell. It's not real potent, but I definitely get that. It's like
honey.
It's ever so slightly bordering on, because whenever you get lemony, it's almost like that, like chemically lemon sometimes.
Yeah, that's not really what.
It's like bordering on that, but I don't think it is.
I'm not just getting like strong.
Not tasting lemon.
I get it, but it's not like the smell. It's just slightly there.
There's some decent heat to this one too.
Yeah, way at the end. Starts off kind of weak.
Yeah, it's softer. It's like I thought this was going to be one of those middle of the road ones that we've had in the previous two sets.
Mm-hmm.
But that aftertaste and heat is substantial.
Product of corn. It's a little bit astringent as well. I don't really get any oak.
It's like all corn.
Yeah, it's like
corn that's high in alcohol.
I don't really, like I said, again, I don't really get any like vanilla, or I don't think I get any like the baking spice or oak.
There's a little bit of a spice at the back end that's like a little peppery.
Yeah, I can.
And I can smell it. I can smell it off my breath that there's definitely some rye. And
yeah, I could see that.
Oh man, it's drying out my tongue.
But there's like a few little accent flavors, but they're not traditional bourbon ones aside from maybe the.
I'm trying to like figure out this lemon thing you guys are tasting, and I'm not sure what. Like,
I'm not
I might get a little marzipan.
smelling it, but I'm not tasting it.
I get just a little tiny, just a little hint of citrus, but it's not. It's amongst the initial front of the palate with the corn. It's corn, but there's something else in there. Like maybe it's just corn. I don't know, but. It smells like corn and confectioner sugar.
I'll go with you on the confectionery sugar.
There's something else though. I can't.
Butter again.
Maybe.
I'd say maybe like pound cake.
Maybe some grassiness. Alright, I'm ready to taste this son of a bitch.
God, this one's like smells like dry.
Bread and corn, not cornbread
almost
though.
Tortilla, like
it's like buttery corn juice and then a loaf of bread, not cornbread.
Yeah,
but
the taste palette is pretty similar. It's like buttery, bready, slightly sweet hotness.
Very sweet, and it's much lower proof, which I appreciate right now, and it's not nearly as old, obviously, from the color, but also like it's not like there's like no oak presence whatsoever. Still dry though.
He puts salt on it. Also with cantaloupe, puts salt on. It's gross. I guess I understand what cantaloupe because it tastes like meat.
No, it doesn't.
Tastes like fruity cantaloupe, Cody.
It does not taste like meat.
But Yeah, it was like we bought one. We bought one. It is the most.
This man was dead serious just now, leaning over, hoping I would agree with him.
One of the most savory of fruits, besides papaya.
Oh, Jesus.
But
This one's really drying. All right, let's focus for a little bit. All sorts of tangents going on. This one's really drying out my mouth. So it's. I definitely think it's lower proof than the other two, but
because it's drying your mouth out.
No, definitely not. But just as a side note, it dries my mouth out. Like, it starts off sweet. It's much like more lower proof and drinkable, I think, than the other two. Like for the average person. But then the last half, like it's really drying. Like we had made notes of like corn and bread and tortilla. It's like kind of. That's like where it finishes, I think. Starts out a little sweeter and then ends there.
Corn juice and just something like powdered sugar. Dark corn chocolate.
With the first,
it's my favorite.
Why am I? Yeah, the first one is like. I swear to God, I'm tasting gun. Are you smelling gunpowder? Am I crazy? Every time yes.
Yeah, it's got that burnt smell, like I said. Like
yeah, it's like so burnt. That's what it's making me think of. But it's like, you smell burnt all the time, and I don't think that it's like this is like.
No, I would listen. If we hadn't had that first one from the first set, I would say this is the most burnt smell that I've ever smelled. But the first one was more.
The first one here and this going back through is not as bad as I feel like it was the first time. Like it seems more complex now.
Yeah, just spicy.
Don't remember what I said about the second one.
Oh man, it's so fucking lemony and orangey.
Oh, that was what it was.
I don't like any of
I
these.
feel like the theme, I feel like the theme is not liking the second or third batch at all.
I think the theme is our tongues are getting tired, and the more and more we go into the night, the less we like them, even though they're kind of similar.
I don't think so, but
yeah, go ahead, Ricky. Go ahead. You know what? Fair point. Go ahead.
Could you settle down over there, Cody?
Could you stop trying to destroy things for 10 seconds of your life?
My order is 2-1-3. That's my order. 2-1-3. 1 and 2 are pretty similar to me, anyway. Not palate-wise, but flavor-wise. And I guess 2 is just a little bit more unique for me as the nose palate. 3 is just not strong enough. I was not very impressed with number 3.
Reach Rounds gets his friend's YouTube channel banned for life.
I'm going the same as Rick.
Thank you, Cody, for backing me up on that.
Yeah, I don't really like any of them.
Yeah.
2 is like corn and lemon and stuff, and it's kind of unique in that way. I don't really get lemon in anything I try, but it's also orange and a little confectioner sugar. But it's also kind of thin and astringent. 1 is like the first batch in that it's unique. It's kind of like burnt tasting, smelling, more so smelling. Maybe a little fruit in there, but not getting a whole lot of that. But it's not a one I would normally enjoy, the flavor palette. Third one's just kind of like corn, generic, and I think it probably suffers from being the lowest proof amongst the other two, so it's probably not really fair, but it has less flavor than the other two, so it's hard to appreciate it as much. In a critical capacity, I'll go 2-1-3.
So you both said 2-1. I'm gonna go 1-2-3. So I'm just gonna switch 1 and 2. I'm gonna go 1-2-3. It's 1 and 2. It's very close. 2 is sweeter. It's probably I think more people are gonna like 2. 1, I think 1 is a little more complex. I think there's like I would say there's 3 or 4 different phases of flavor I go through when I drink it. It took a while to appreciate it. I had to go back through the other 2 and then come back to it to enjoy it more. Going through it the first time, it was so overwhelmingly burnt.
It's
like
the
tasting.
most.
Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead and speak during my ranking.
It has the most like flavors going on. It's like the most complex. It's most complex.
Yeah, so 1 I think is most complex. I tend to be a proof hound, so that appeals to me as well. I don't Rick said it was really spicy. Spice isn't the way I would describe one. It's more like two is good. It's a little more one note to me. And 3 is, like Cody said, it's also good, but it's the lower proof makes it it's more diluted. The flavors are less pronounced. 1's unanimous 3 is worst. Okay.
I think honestly, like 1 could be the best one, but it's just not my flavor profile.
All right. So for set 1,
Did you want to say what the theme is?
the theme is finished ryes.
I thought it could be rye, but I thought a lot less so after the first set.
We got the first set correct.
I was gonna guess.
Our winner for set 1 was Seagrass.
Yeah, I thought that was really good.
So that one, which is okay. So this one, the most unique one, I think we agreed from that set,
Is that this?
came in second place, is West Double Rye Aquavit. Finished in Aquavit barrels, which is my understanding is it's some sort of Western or Eastern European vodka.
Mm-hmm.
So is that the burnt tasting one? Yeah, it must have been.
That was the one that we thought, it was a little more burnt tasting. It was the most unique of the first set. In the last place here, no surprise to me, is Jefferson's Cognac finish.
And that was the one that was like kind of corn, but it just wasn't that unique or that proofy, but it tasted pretty good all around.
Yeah, it was good. It was just like kind of weaker and
compared to the other two.
And just for the record, the barrel is almost 60% alcohol, 59.29.
Mm-hmm.
The Aquavit is 50.4. Jefferson's Jefferson's Cognac finish is 47%. Okay, second set.
Weak bitch.
Yeah.
Winner. Okay. I'm okay with this. Is Angel's Envy Rye.
Boo.
Which is 50% alcohol, finished in rum casks. Next is Whistlepig 12 Old World Rye.
That's like, how much is that one?
That was a lot. I don't remember. And then last of that set is West Double Rye Grenache finish, which was bought just down the street.
I don't know about that, Adrian.
You guys got this right.
Woo! We did it.
I got it wrong.
We're the Bourbon Kings, baby.
Is Midwinter's Night Dram.
Yeah.
How much you spent on that? $400?
That was like 90.
What?
He's lying.
Yeah, he is. Pulling it out of his ass.
Second best on that one was Middlewest Ported Pumpernickel. And
Adrian likes pumpernickel bread, apparently.
last one is Redemption Rum. Rum Cask.
How old is that? How long is that one aged?
It doesn't say. No age statement. The winners are Barrell, Angel's Envy, and Midwinter.
Barrel. Oh, but
Barrell Seagrass.
And what were the first three again? Barrel.
Seagrass versus West Double Rye Aquavit and Jefferson.
Man, those ones are so
Cognac.
Those first three, I just thought were all really good, and everything after was just. And that I'll say it includes the Midwinter Night's Dram. That one's like pretty much, at least of my knowledge of somebody who doesn't love rye, or I'd say most of these are kind of like not real popular. Wouldn't you? Besides a couple, and those couple would be
popular ones here.
Midwinter Night's Dram is like the
By
one
far.
that everyone tries to get, the one that we pick first in this one.
Yeah.
And then the Seagrass, which we picked first in the first one.
Yeah.
Other than that, like not.
Angel's Envy Rye is it's like it's
A
a little it's
bit.
more like a medium, but
Just because it's Angel's Envy though.
no, like the rye is very like the Angel's Envy bourbon people don't give a shit about. The Angel's Envy Rye is like pretty popular. I would have thought the Whistlepig would have won. Whistlepig has a very good track record with us, but it came in second. The So this is the Midwinters right here, I'm thinking.
Feel bad about yourself for not picking the Midwinters like Dram, Adrian, you piece of crap. Me and Ricky had to save you from yourself.
I don't really.
We saved the day, Cody.
I don't really. Drinking it right now, it's not exceptional. I don't know. It's like...
It's not, but...
It's you know, it's like you've always been the first to point out how doing these blind is really revealing. And that's why I don't ever want to stop doing it this way. Because I don't want to, like, psychologically be like, oh, someone got us a bottle of this, and I'm going to try to be really objective, but... Whoa, this is really good. Like... At the end of the day, nobody was like drinking number 2 of the third set and being like, "Oh, this might be something special."
Yeah.
No, you know. Like,
I agree.
So, that's both enlightening and sobering. All right, boys. So I don't know if it'll be tonight or tomorrow morning or what we're gonna do, but
later tonight.
We'll do the top winners.
Adrian, can you do me a favor and get number 2 and 3 of each group the away from me? I don't want to see them anymore.
Shouldn't have them sully my palate any further.
Round 4. Fight.
Good. I mean, I know.
It's not to say it's bad. It's good. I like it. Anyways.
All right. So we've completed the 3 blind tastings, 3 sets of 3, and now we're at the winners face-off of the finished rye Grand Prix.
Now, did you randomize them in any way, or are we supposed to know, like,
No.
this one's this one's that?
Left is Angels.
Well, no, I don't want to hear it. I actually want to go. No.
Middle's Midwinter, and right is Seagrass.
Okay. I actually don't want to know. I want to be like,
bad, I guess.
I don't, well, not for me,
Right is
because I didn't
Seagrass.
hear it.
All right.
Left is Angel's Rye, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess only leaves one for the middle.
Seagrass is on the right. Yep. Okay. So here we go.
Yeah, I taste the finishing on it.
Okay. I think this is the one that we
I don't know.
said was buttery.
Tastes, or it smells of corn again, but there's a deeper
Alright, let's see how much corn is
scent going on.
even in this. 95% rye.
And the rest of it is corn. Mm-hmm.
I just want to save you a little bit of mud on your face, kid. That's all.
I don't know. I want it all. Okay. What is that? No. It's like a French vanilla almost. That's weird. I didn't get that when I first tried it. Whatever it is.
Angel's Rye.
Still tastes of corn sort of, but it really is like a. To me, I think. God.
Well,
It's not that sweet to me. It's more buttery and like kind of rich and cake-like.
Yeah, I get sweet, but it's not like a sugary sweet. It's like French vanilla sweet, where it's like you just get it because it's kind of like vanilla-y, not necessarily like sugary. Like I don't know. I'm hung up on that note, obviously. I don't get a ton of the rye though. Like I did get it kind of like.
It's like a Hawaiian roll, fresh out of the oven with butter on it and a little honey. And there's a bunch of rye, like splash of rye spice at the very end, right when the heat kicks in. But smelling and getting a little bit of fume off my breath of butterscotch. I'm thinking this was that one, but I don't remember offhand. But I think so. So I think this is because I'm definitely smelling butterscotch and like I'm tasting buttery and like richness and something that's like cake
like
and fatty.
Mix of like butterscotch and also.
Okay.
sure, dude.
If you say so, Cody. We're all different, you know.
Cool,
you keep
dude.
doing you. You know that's what's important.
Yeah.
You know. That's how it is.
Oh,
just
did
farted?
the camera just did it pick up? I think
I'm
it did.
sure it picked up.
Woo-hoo-hoo! I can't wait.
You can't believe
I
These
can't-
animals I work with. You know,
piece of crap.
I'm just rushing you. But
Well, on
come
to the
back
second
to it,
one,
Compare it. Yeah.
Wow.
Second one it is. Here we go.
Wow.
Dun,
To
dun,
the left and
dun.
to the right of me.
Number 2.
Now this one I get some of the root that I'm famously known for picking up on randomly.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't articulate specifics, but like, I don't know. At the same time, it's kind of like deep. I feel like there's like a lot there, but I just take a lot of spelunking to figure out. This one's the one I think I said was tanniny, and it's like grape skin or something.
Tastes better than it smells.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know,
This time around, I just cannot smell anything. This
I just
can't.
think this is the one from the third one because it reminds me of that one where it was just like hot and it just didn't taste like much. Which, to be fair, I can't pick out much of a note of anything off of
This is really
but
I go back to the first one. It's like, woo, nice scent.
You still not want to know what it is, Kenny?
no.
All right, well, I'll cover yours. So, yeah, this one's Act 9, Scene 3. So it's like, I don't think that's supposed to be one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this, I don't know, it doesn't
You made
wow
me.
me for.
Jesus, as what I thought it was going through the
Easy.
first time.
Yeah.
However, and I don't mind it overall, but I just really can't pinpoint the hell it tastes like. If any, like, and it's not because like, oh my god, what are these flavors? It's just like, I don't know, it's like hot and like
Subdued?
maybe dark fruits or something. I don't. It's fairly pleasant for me now, but
It's not overly rye forward. I'll say that much for it. And there's a bit of a sweetness, a little like, I don't know, grapiness possibly. But it's, I mean, gosh, I'm with Cody that it's really, it doesn't have a lot of complexity. It doesn't have, or even if it might, it's just like nothing jumps out at me like, oh, this is a phase of this fruit. Then there's a leatheriness, then there's a bitterness, then there's a hot finish. I expect for high level
best,
stuff.
all I can
It
say.
leaves me cold.
At best, all I can say is like maybe it's like brown sugar, like red grape, and then oak. But even then, that's like reaching to just try to find flavors.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think to the extent I can taste anything, I'm trying to
Ooh,
fill that puzzle.
now that one smells like stuff.
Let's see.
Golden.
Or you mean the
Just
seagrass?
try not to swear.
Oh,
Yeah, that one.
no.
Okay.
Well, at least it instantly smelled like something before I figured out what it was. It smells much more rich than the other two. I know it smells richer than the second one, but this one's more rich. It's I don't know. It's like deeper. It smells more buttery and more just. It is corn. It does smell
I don't
corn
get-
again, but
Butter or corn for this. For me, this is more tropical. It's like
Sorry,
more-
man.
it's more like
What the
orange.
frick?
I smell
I
that
know
as well.
I mean, this to me is more fruity than the other two, and it's like
Mhm.
bright. I mean, like maybe compared to one of the other ryes we did tonight, this one would be buttery. But like with one in this, with one here in this group, it's like I wouldn't even use. the
Seems
word buttery
hotter
to
than the
describe
other
anything
two
else.
as well to me.
Yeah, get that
That's
second sip and get all
definitely-
those flavors in
Definitely
there.
feels more like a little more complex, bringing more to the table than the other two. Like I can. Second one, I couldn't tell what the was tasting. Number one, French vanilla and butterscotch. This one, there's a lot of things. I think I still get like some corn, but I do get orange and maybe a little vanilla and oak.
I don't know. It doesn't say the mash bill. I would guess, considering there's a
Well,
good
I mean,
portion
it's-
of it from
it's-
Canada, that it's almost negligible.
It's a rye. There's not that much corn in it, regardless.
Well, there are some ryes that are 51% rye, and then
30
a substantial amount percent corn.
Well,
I
know.
don't think any of these are that.
I know. Shut up.
I'm just.
Quit trying to make me feel good. I f***ed it.
Why do I take everything?
I f***ed it and just leave it at that. Let the comments be as they may. It was just Midwest. Be like, this isn't corn, you bleep it, I don't care. Kill you.
Think I won't.
3 is clearly more complex than the others and a little richer and just more well-rounded. There's more things going on. But it's very complex and very interesting.
It does have a bit of a evolution too. Like, it starts off sweet, goes tropical, then has a little bit like honey, and then there's a nice long finish with some of that heat. Not
Corn.
no, actually no.
So are we?
Well,
I guess we're pretty much. Sounds like we're all going to be in agreement here. I guess. Yeah. For our order.
Rick, go first.
My number 1 is 3, then 1, then 2.
All right, Cody, you're next.
yeah, 3, 1, 2. There's a butterscotch. Ooh.
That don't impress me.
3, 1, 2 as well. But 1 to me is way closer to 3 than I think it is for Cody or Rick. But
Yeah, probably.
1 is to me pretty close.
Just so one note for me. I just can't get past it.
It's not complex, but what it does very well.
Yeah, what a note it is, you know?
Yeah.
If you like butterscotch, then it's great. But like, if you're like, oh, I like it, but it's not my favorite thing on the planet, then it's good.
But I think there were, like, you all have to make this note, Cody, that I think there are nights where I would prefer 1, like, it'd just be a nice, cozy thing to drink. And it's like, depending on the kind of night I'm having. So just special accommodations for 1. I'm very disappointed that the Midwinter in this group, to me, is like easily 3rd.
Well, this isn't even Midwinter, is it? It's not.
What?
Number 2 is Midwinter.
Yeah, it is.
Midwinter didn't even make it.
It's right in front of us, Cody.
Midwinter got 2nd place in her.
No, it didn't. Maybe some of the other iterations are like a lot better. But as it is, yeah, I think we're all in agreement. It's kind of one note and not a terribly complex note, and it's a lot of heat without a whole lot of substance.
I just can't get like a lot of complexity out of it. It's just the only like I appreciate that it's like darker than the other 2.
Quite a bit.
And I it's like good, but it just I don't know when you put it up against other like big hitters and that same fashion of finished ryes, it just doesn't do anything super special.
And to be fair, it did win obviously a heat earlier, so it's not like it's a total loser here.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seagrass has earned its popularity for a reason. While none of these are like cheap, I mean, you can get Seagrass for $80 or $90, and it's outperforming Midwinter's Night Dram. It outperformed the Whistlepig. It outperformed the Angel's Envy. So like. And then they also have what, a 16-year. They have a gold label. I don't know if how good those are. Those are exorbitantly expensive. All right.
I mean,
Grand P, finished rye, Grand Prix.
You've got a Taco Bell burrito, and then a year later, what have you got now? A year makes a world of fucking difference, Ricky.
Very, very delicious Taco Bell burrito.
Losers, fight.
Welcome for another aftertaste, and I have a big task in front of me today. I'm going to be comparing all of the losers in that bracket you just watched to see where I would rank them. Cody and Rick are not here, so it'll just be me today. I'll try to make this quick. So the order will be the Pumpernickel, the Ported Pumpernickel by Middlewest, the High West Aquavit, the Grenache, the Whistlepig, Old World Rye, the Jefferson's Cognac, the High West Double Rye Plain, which isn't finished, and then the Redemption as last. And that's, I mean, this is a fairly good day if this is your last place right here, because this isn't bad. This is just the most plain, the most simple, the most one note of all of this group. Again, I would say that these three are in one tier. This Whistlepig is in a world all of its own, and then these are the loser tiers. But again, even the losers of the losers bracket aren't bad whiskeys. And it won't be long before this is gone, so nice knowing you. Thanks for watching.
Bring back the Flintstones kids commercials, goddamn! I'm sick and tired of daytime TV being bullshit. Bring back the commercials from the 90s that we all grew up with. You'll sell a million more
saying it.
things, whatever it is that you sell, whatever it is that you sold in the
Super
90s.
Soakers commercials.
Yes. Like, spend a little bit on advertising. Is this...
Am I crazy over here?
Am I a marketing genius?
No more of your goddamn white background Apple commercials with Imagine Dragons playing.
You know, and if your argument is nobody watches like daytime TV anymore, do YouTube, man.
Why don't you put on that goddamn Crossfire commercial? Crossfire!
Yeah.
I hope my mic just dies after that one.
Why don't you just pour a vial of poison down your body?
You know what? I'll have some hemlock and I'll just get it over with.
God, these are, regardless, these could be like Pappy 75 here. And you're gonna be like, this is the worst ever.
Sucks.
You know what? You know, oh, it's Pappy 75. What about Pappy 74? Oh, it's so much better. You. This now's the worst on the planet. I wouldn't wipe my dick with it. You. Anybody who drinks it, I hope you die.
This is accurate. It's all accurate.
I saw that part of the Nightly News. Who's that guy now?
Oh.
The other guy got kicked off. Or he died. Who is it now?
Oh, I can't remember.
Damn it. Who was the guy before him? Got kicked off and then died.
John Stossel.
Yeah, John Stossel. Okay, so let's
Give me a
we got a case of the sillies right now.
Kurt, what was the? We better alert Kurt Loder.
Kurt Loder's really relevant to this conversation.
He's gonna have to break. He's making a comeback with this astonishing discovery that we've made tonight.